The Looney Tunes of Suffering by Melanie R. The Looney Tunes of Suffering. Warner Brothers created years of laughter through their animated characters on a seemingly unattainable chase. I just never would have expected that their antics would have given a foreboding and biblical representation of what was to come later in life as chronic pain, rare chronic illness, and my spiritual reignition were broadcasted on the television of my adult life. As children, as soon as we heard the symphonic xylophone intro of Merry Melodies, our heads bobbed along as we stared wide-eyed at the zoomed-in faces featuring Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and Yosemite Sam. Music would play a key role in my life, and it was the music that cued us to gather around the living room floor and get ready to watch the show. Thinking back now, more than just running in circles, maybe these characters had a story to tell beyond their famous taglines. Were they actually trying to tell a vision on the television? What is up, Doc? Like Bugs Bunny, I have asked this question to the many physicians I've seen over the years following my full immersion into this technical world of chronic illness and disability. Although I have a team of doctors working diligently to help me manage, like me, I'm not sure if Bugs received a satisfying answer to that question either. Suffering succotash. Mel Blanc served up helpings of suffering succotash as the voice of Sylvester the cat's famous catchphrase. Sylvester never actually caught Tweety, but never gave up on his pursuit. An example to continue on in advocation and persevering all these years later through the lunacy of premature body failure and medical complexities. Suffering succotash has numerous dictionary translations, and surprisingly, one such meaning was suffering Savior. This brought to mind the sacrifice our Savior Jesus suffered on the cross, and how he suffers with us by perfectly understanding what we endure in our body. A premonition of my daily surrender and a heartfelt request to be set free of my painful cage of suffering. Daffy Duck was also known to sputter suffering succotash when he was perplexed with life. Arriba translates as encouragement, and Speedy Gonzales said, "Arriba, arriba, andale, andale," multiple times while dodging his adversaries. With a dust cloud over ensnarements, he always made it back unharmed. One of the most memorable characters was the red-bearded gunslinger Yosemite Sam, and how he loved to harass Bugs Bunny. What was Bugs' response to Yosemite Sam's temper tantrums? He had no fear and stood tall while continuing to munch his carrot. This correlates with how we are told in the Bible 365 times to have no fear. I wonder now if Yosemite Sam had an unwritten Christian background because he told Bugs Bunny to say his prayers. So many prayers are needed to endure long suffering, and Yosemite Sam had some really good advice. Rare chronic illness, chronic pain can feel as heavy as a grand piano falling on me from out of the sky, unpredictable and crushing, like my cycle of symptoms. Sometimes in suffering, it seems the only downy soft commercial break is my time spent with God. As we connect with God in prayer or by reading the Bible, the Lord envelops us and lovingly comforts us, just as dry or fresh fluffy towels the downy bear giggled and bounced on. Back then, I didn't know the role these catchphrase subliminal messages would have on my adult life and suffering. These characters were in some ways pixelating God's loving counsel on a Saturday morning rerun. Biddy, 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 that's all, folks. Porky Pig summarized all the Looney Tunes characters' future advice with his famous tagline. Overall, that's all we do need is God's love, and to be quick to call upon the Savior in prayer while suffering physically. Merciful Jesus understands our pain and promises that those that believe in him will be forever set free from the cage of chronic sufferings. Gracefully carry your cross in this Looney Tunes episode of chronic illness, and may God be with you until that day. Suffer well with anticipation. We have blessed assurance that we never have and never will suffer in vain. Find peace that our momentary afflictions are nothing in comparison to His glory to be revealed. Not every disability is visible.